Welcome to the Cringe Date. Trust me, you have never seen a red flag like this before. Smash the like button and subscribe to avoid bad dates and get good dating karma. Let's read the story. I still can't believe how stupid I was. 3 months ago, I lost my entire life savings of $47,000 to the smoothest scammer I've ever met. I'm sharing this because I'm finally angry enough to talk about it, and maybe my story will help someone else avoid this nightmare. It started on a dating app. His profile seemed perfect. Successful businessman, 38, divorced, no kids, great photos that weren't too polished. Let's call him James. We chatted for 2 weeks before meeting, and he knew exactly what to say. He was funny, attentive, and seemed genuinely interested in my life. Our first date was at an upscale restaurant downtown. He arrived in a Tesla, dressed impeccably in what I now know was a fake Rolex and designer suit. Throughout dinner, he spoke about his investment company and how we helped clients grow their wealth. The way he explained complex financial concepts made them seem so simple and logical. I was completely captivated. 3 more dates followed, each more impressive than the last. He took me to exclusive clubs, introduced me to people who claimed to be his business partners, probably hired actors, and always paid with a sleek black card. I was falling hard, not just for him, but for the lifestyle he represented. Then came the investment opportunity. He casually mentioned a friends and family round of funding for a tech startup. The numbers he showed me were incredible, projected returns of 400% within 6 months. He said he'd already invested $200,000 of his own money. When I expressed interest, he initially discouraged me, saying he didn't mix business with pleasure. This only made me want in more. I pushed for it. God, I actually pushed for it. He reluctantly agreed to let me invest, but only after making me promise to keep it confidential, since it was a private pre-IPO opportunity. The documents looked legitimate. The website was professional. The company had press releases and social media presence. Everything checked out. I transferred my entire savings, $47,000, to what I thought was a secure investment platform. James even showed me my account growing over the next few weeks. I was on cloud 9, thinking I'd finally found both love and financial security. Then, one morning, I couldn't log into the investment portal. James's phone was disconnected. His social media profiles vanished. The company's website disappeared. Everything gone. That's when reality hit me like a truck. I'd been played by a professional. The worst part? The police said these scams are so sophisticated now that they're nearly impossible to prosecute. The money was routed through multiple offshore accounts within hours of my transfer. James probably wasn't even his real name, and those perfect photos, likely AI generated or stolen. That's just the beginning of this nightmare. I'm still discovering new layers to his deception. The devastation didn't fully hit me until I started unraveling all his lies. Every single detail of his life was fabricated. That Tesla? Rented. Those business partners at the clubs? I found one of them on an actor hiring website. Even the restaurant staff who seemed to know him were in on it. He'd built relationships with them over months, tipping generously, all to create this perfect illusion. But here's the truly sickening part. I wasn't his only victim. After posting about my experience in a local Facebook group, 5 other women contacted me. All professionals, all single, all targeted by James, though he used different names with each of us. The pattern was identical. Luxury dates, investment opportunity, disappearance. Together, we lost over $200,000.
One woman even met his mother at a family dinner. Turns out she was another scammer who specialized in playing the role of a wealthy widow. They had this whole act down to a science. The fake mom would talk about their family's investment history, showing photos of their supposed properties in Europe. It was all bullshit. I've spent countless nights going through our text messages, photos, everything. Looking back, there were red flags I chose to ignore, like how he always had an excuse for why we couldn't go to his place, or how he never appeared in any photos with his business partners on social media. He always redirected personal questions with charm and humor. The bank basically laughed at me when I tried to dispute the transfer. They said, "You willingly sent the money." My crypto-savvy friend tracked the wallet address where my money went. It had been split into hundreds of smaller transactions within minutes, making it impossible to trace. The worst part isn't even the money. It's the psychological damage. I can't trust my own judgment anymore. Every time I get a message on dating apps, I feel sick to my stomach. I've become that person who obsessively background checks everyone. My friends try to set me up, but I see James in every well-dressed man with a nice car. Last week, I thought I saw him at a coffee shop. My heart nearly stopped. It wasn't him, of course, but I had a panic attack right there. I'm in therapy now, trying to process not just the financial loss, but the emotional trauma of being so completely deceived. The detective handling our case says these romance scammers are usually part of international crime rings. They operate like a business, renting luxury cars, hiring actors, creating fake companies with full digital footprints. They invest months into building trust because they know the payoff is worth it. I'm not writing this for sympathy. I'm writing this because I'm furious at him, at myself, at how sophisticated these scams have become. And I'm terrified thinking about how many other women he's targeting right now with my money funding his next elaborate scheme.
The aftermath has been brutal. I had to move back in with my parents at 34 because I couldn't afford my apartment anymore. My credit score is destroyed. Turns out James somehow got enough of my information to open several credit cards in my name. I'm still fighting those charges. But here's something I haven't told anyone until now. 2 days ago, I received an email from an anonymous account. It contained a video of James with another woman at the same restaurant where he first took me. The video was dated last week. He's still here, in my city, running the same scam. Same Tesla, same watch, same charming smile. The email came with a message. "You're not alone. We're gathering evidence." I forwarded everything to the detective, but I know they're overwhelmed with cases like mine. The FBI has a whole task force dedicated to romance scams, but they told me they can only investigate cases involving millions of dollars. Meanwhile, James is out there, probably juggling multiple women, multiple identities. The support group we victims formed has grown to 12 women now. We've pieced together his pattern. He targets professional women in their 30s and 40s, usually in tech or finance, always single with substantial savings. He studies our social media for months before making contact, tailoring his persona to match our interests perfectly. One woman was into wine. He became a sommelier. Another was into hiking. Suddenly, he was an adventure enthusiast. Some nights, I lie awake wondering if he ever felt anything real. There was this moment during our third date when he talked about losing his father. His eyes got watery, his voice cracked. Was that real emotion or just another masterful performance? How does someone become so skilled at faking human connection? I've started working with cybersecurity experts who specialize in tracking these scams. They say the sophistication level of romance scams has exploded in the past 2 years. They're using AI to generate convincing backstories, deep-fake videos for video calls, and complex networks of fake social media profiles that go back years. the hardest part, knowing I'm probably never going to get justice. These scammers are like ghosts. They vanish completely, only to resurface with a new identity, new victims. My savings are gone, probably funding some criminal enterprise halfway across the world. To whoever James really is, I know you're still out there. I know you're probably reading this, laughing at how easily you played me. But karma is real, and we're getting closer. Those anonymous emails, they're coming from other victims, other investigators. Your world is getting smaller. For now, I'm focusing on rebuilding. Therapy helps, the support group helps, writing this helps, but I'll never be the same trusting person I was before. And maybe that's the biggest crime of all. Not just stealing my money, but stealing my ability to believe in genuine human connection. Stay safe out there, Reddit. These monsters walk among us wearing expensive suits and perfect smiles.